G'day YouTube, it's our pal Trax Nerd. Two for a haul. Yes. Mostly figures, movies, well, one movie, and some TV shows, animated and live action. But yeah, let's get started. First, this haul is supposed to include a pile of loot from Big Bad. But as I noticed that, yeah, it is Friday. It hasn't got into the city yet. This is gonna be a problem. And the weekend being the weekend, it will just stop. So Monday at the earliest, although doubtful. But what are you gonna do? Let's get this started. Let's get this program started. First one being Starkiller from Black Series. The thing is, like, I saw this because I was sort of expecting this to come like sooner or later, mostly because like Hasbro hadn't done a vintage collection version prior to this, and that usually is a good sign of Black Series is likely, not guaranteed but likely. And honestly, I've been wanting a Starkiller figure probably forever, and not that it had to be Hasbro. It could have been probably anyone, but Hasbro being the main sort of license holder for Star Wars these days, and they sort of do like all stuff, gaming, video, TV show, like the whole shebang, right? So they seem more likely than anyone else. But yeah, closer look, I can definitely see Sam Witwer in this one. See if I can get some. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I can see it. Kinda. But yeah, some nice weathering on the shoulders there. And but yeah, like I don't, and the red lightsaber. If of course if you have played the game, you know that you sort of know that you get multiple costumes, right? And you can sort of hunt down kyber crystals for different lightsaber colors and all that stuff. So, but this is sort of basic Starkiller, basically. So, I don't know. Do I think that they will make more, or who knows? But I don't know. If this is all, because like based on if this is it, I'm not mad about it. This is sort of like a standard, like default Starkiller. So, I'm not mad about it. Right. If you feel so inclined, read the backstory. Pause it right now. Yeah. Yeah. Again, like I'm not really a Black Series collector, but because mostly I don't know, it's just there's too many, and like they seem to be cost cut to all hell. They really do, because like especially compared to like stuff like G.I. Joe or Marvel Legends, because hell. Like with the Black Series, you get like maybe the figure and a weapon, and it's the same price as like a GI Joe classified or whatever, which is suspect as all hell. I know why, but still, it's as a consumer, not my problem. It's still bullshit. So that is that. Moving on. Some keep it varied. Yes, Medabot spirits. The Japanese language version from Discotek. Standard definition on Blu-ray. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I do have season 1 also in the same sort of same packaging, specifically the Japanese version, Japanese voice version, because I don't know, because Discotek generally does sort of the English version and the Japanese version sort of separate for licensing and. Because I know some people might look at that and be like, oh, they're just trying to get people to do double dip, and to as I understand it, it's like because of the edits and everything else, like it's almost like a different show. So, but generally, I don't really care because I have a zero nostalgia for the English version anyway, so it's so it's kind of irrelevant if I can speak today. So yeah, I just don't care. Right, and it's gonna as is this original show in the original language, so I'm very happy about that. Honestly, yeah. And if you haven't messed around with discotek, like the whole standard definition on Blu-ray thing, because that is almost 40 episodes on one disc. Had this been a DVD, it could have easily been 2 or 3 discs. So it's nice and sort of bingeable, if that makes sense. And of course, you might think, oh, well, surely Medabot Damashi is on YouTube for free. I'm pretty sure it is. At least it used to be. But like, I mean, I like supporting stuff I like, and the quality on the YouTube version is doo-doo. So that is that. Arguably not the best season either, but I'm not mad about it. Like, I'm very happy right now. Would I prefer it to be actually a Blu-ray? Sure. I don't know the logistics of that, of why it couldn't happen. Because hell, like they have done Digimon on Blu-ray, like the old sort of Adventure 1 on Blu-ray, and it looks clean, bro. So good. The DVD version gets obsolete instantly because it looks so much nicer. Not to mention that it's also the Japanese version, so it's not edited and censored, has the original intro and whatnot. So yeah, discotek is doing the Lord's work, as the kids say. But yeah. Yep. Very, very cool. Yeah, this is one of my favorite shows of all time too. Like this sort of, and at least in terms of the anime. So that is that. Next up is Digimon. More Digimon. Still in the plastic because I want to do this video before I lose my mind. But yeah. This is, in theory, it should be, but at this point, it's hard to tell if they actually. But in theory, they should put a cap on the sort of Digimon adventure part, because I mean, Digimon is like, I mean, they do a lot of stuff. Like, let's just remove the plastic on camera. This is pointless anyway. But yeah, like, Digimon is kind of a. They do a lot of stuff. Like. But sort of just I mean, it's not that complicated. Just imagine it being different sort of timeline and universes. Like Digimon Adventure is one thing, and then Data Squad and Tamers and whatever else is other things, right? So yeah, Adventure is that's the OG. That's the one that I am most familiar with. Call me a basic bitch if you want to. It is what it is. But as for me, it's just yeah. But this puts a nice cap on it, right? The Adventure 1 and 2, right? Because you have like Yamato, Taichi, Takeru, Hikari, Koshiro, right? I'm saying Japanese names for some reason. Even though that's not what I had nostalgia for. I watched it on like kids' TV like everyone else. Well, yeah. And then so Gen 2 in the back there. So that is interesting. Yeah. Very happy about this. Digimon Adventure Last Evolution Kizuno. Yeah, and then it's fun because I ordered this someplace and then they had it and then they didn't have it, and then they said that they would get it, but then they didn't, and then it was just like I checked on different sites, so I could have imported it. So just as I do have a region free player, it's not really a problem, but why go through the extra effort if I don't have to, you know? So hey, that is that. Interestingly enough, though, like I said, like I mentioned, like the discotek has done Digimon Adventure 1 on Blu-ray, and they're about to come out with Digimon Adventure 2 on Blu-ray. That's the one that's coming up now is the English version, which I'm not gonna get. Because I guess again, I have no nostalgia for the English version. So I'm gonna wait for the Japanese one because if I can have the original, I want to. So that is that. Not all that complicated, but it's kind of funny because like the movie has a different licensor, so that's interesting. But I don't know. Cause to be fair, like Discotek is like the enthusiast collector company, like 100%. Like yeah, so licensing and legalese and all that kind of stuff. It is what it is. But that's that. Now to get a bit freaky, and if only a little bit. Doctor Who, classic Who to be specific. Officially season 9, which I mean is a bit of a new thing because like as famously enough, Doctor Who, the classic Who doesn't work in season. That's not how those shows work. They're all very much so serialized. They have like one story is broke up into like several weeks of what would have been episodes originally. So them trying to tie them up together makes a season. It's helpful, definitely, but yeah, that's cool. For this season, that's more, or the series is more, which is yeah, whatever. It's a thing, labeling and yeah, but yeah. And if you aren't familiar with these these are really nice, right? And I'm pretty sure, like, in the past there have been DVD sets of a lot of this stuff, and I at some point I did collect them, but I don't know, they weren't that great. They're kind of cheap and flimsy, but like they fit the bill for that, I guess. But yeah, like. Yeah, like this because I'm pretty sure this will get just a normal standard Blu-ray release later. I think, is it in some regions, right? You got the stories, right? Not necessarily, Day of the Daleks, The Curse of Peladon, Sea Devils, The Mutants, and Time Monster. Those are all sort of 26 episodes, but I'm seeing 1, 2, 3. 5 names. What's that? That's 5 stories spread across several episodes. That's how that works. Funny, interesting. But yeah, anywho, if you haven't really fucked with this format before, I can give you a paper sleeve thing. Only one I actually keep this from is from the Doctor Who sets, because the rest is just like going up in or in storage. But yeah, like I said, like nice sort of slot here, velcroed, right, with some postcards in there, very nice, like purely a collector's item for sure. Like, well, who else will care, right? And yeah, just look at how the way that the discs are stored, like they are. If I can do this properly with that, yeah, I can probably see like individually stacked, not like on top of each other. All nicely separated on, I think. No, they're not actually. Are they? No, yeah, no, they actually are stacked. I think. No, they're not actually. What the I don't remember this. It's been so long. Yeah, no, they're not. They're not. They're not. They're just. I'm just dumb. But yeah, like separated nicely. Even though like they are Blu-ray discs, which are a lot more scratch resistant than DVDs ever were. Not immortal though, but so don't put them in the washing machine or nothing, but or you slather marmalade on it. But yeah, it's relatively scratch resistant. So yeah, season 9. Season 9. This is going to be a problem because a lot of the older episodes some are actually missing because the BBC don't have them anymore. So either it's like recast and reshoot. No one wants that. Make sort of audio drama of it. Cool. Or something else. It's hard to do, I guess, right? But yeah. But especially more of a case with the very, very early ones. But yeah. They are not cheap. But as far as I'm concerned, these are the best way to watch Doctor Who, the classic Who, at least legally, right? So but I am also a collector, so it's kind of how I do. But yeah, big solid sturdy box too, not some flimsy cardboard nonsense either. So you certainly do get your money's worth. So that is that. Last one, yeah. A figure. Wow, that's terrible. Yeah, DC Multiverse Collector's Edition Wonder Woman. Yeah, like funny enough, is again sort of a put your money where your mouth is. I've been begging for a proper classic Wonder Woman from the DC Multiverse line for quite a while, because of course there has been other versions, right? But not sort of like classic. Mines are if you think Wonder Woman, you think this, the red, white, and blue, and the bathing suit thing, and the tiara, and the high red, white boots, and the lasso, and everything. Thing like that. This is what you think of when you think Wonder Woman. But yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I guess people have opinions on the old collector's edition format. I'm not crazy about it either, but sometimes they get it right. Because of course, like in theory, if that means like, because obviously there is a higher price, but then like if you in turn get more accessories, then I guess it kind of evens out in theory, right? Because you're more likely to get more hands, more weapons, more accessories. Because look at this, get the figure like you're supposed to, 2 extra sets of hands, an axe, a sword, a shield, and the lasso, as well as the card stand, which is a waste of plastic, honestly. I get the idea of why they did it, because some people do keep the cards. I do. I put them in a binder though, like a normal person. But yeah. But I hopefully Todd takes some of those criticisms and sort of, yeah, okay, the plastic that this is for, or how that works out in sort of the costing, make a different head instead, or maybe a, I don't know, something else. Who knows? I'm not entirely sure. Yeah. Got some sick art on the back, as usual. Very nice. Yeah. Bought this locally too. Cause yay. Yeah, like the rope is actually actual rope, not the plastic or rubber or whatever. That's kind of neat. So yeah, like no joke, like Todd has done a good job with this. Now, I've seen so many people and some of the criticisms, right? So like, oh Todd, why can't you do thigh cuts? At this point, you know what Todd's about. You know he doesn't like those weird cuts. But again, there are thigh cuts, or at least the equivalent of it. They just don't work very well on most of them. So I do, even though I do feel that there is a way to do it without making it sort of slice and dice everywhere. You see it on like a lot of different other lines. Where they managed to hide it, but yeah, that is just how it is. Yeah. DC Multiverse Collector's Edition Wonder Woman. Yeah. Yeah, like other than that, this maybe something that could sound like a the torso probably gonna be an issue, sort of articulation wise. I think there was one in the bottom, sort of down here somewhere. There's supposed to be some sort of ball swivel of some kind. Should be at least one up here as well. But basically what you usually get on a lot of female action figures, because there is no room for the ab crunch. Even though the ab crunch needs to go away anyway, it's a dumb joint. But yeah. Anywho, not rambling for me. All at the back. Does that help? Not at all. Yeah. That concludes my haul. And my last, in theory, haul for April. I don't know. As you probably mentioned, I tried a lot of different things when it comes to like titles and whatever. I don't know. I'm just trying things, see what works and what doesn't, and what works for me. Cause I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Rambling over. This has been your host. I have been your host, rather. Paltrax, Nerd, and I'll see you sometime later. Peace. Thank you, past me. It was a very smooth transition, if I'll be honest. Anywho, so to make a long story short, my big bad order showed up. As I kind of assumed that they would, but hey, so this can be added onto it. More annoyance for me, less for you. It is how it is. So, yeah, let's not keep you all waiting. First one, that'll be Megaman from Jada. Yeah, the logo should be here on the back somewhere. Yeah, there it is. And some examples of other characters in the line. Yeah, so basically, like, I heard good things about Jada. From the company that used to do like die-cast cars, now doing action figures. Because hey, why not, right? But yeah, like the general consensus for about Jada is that they make cool figures at a decent price, right? At least in these times when everything is going up, that's a nice addition to the old fandom, I guess, whatever you want to call it. So, but obviously, I sort of, there is two parts to that. One is me being like, hey, cool, affordable toys, and the other side is, of course, maybe they're just taking massive losses to get established, as it is a very common business tactics. So I hope not, or they're using child labor. Fucking, I don't know. Hopefully they don't though. But yeah, Mega Man. And also, like, even if you weren't gonna collect like the entire line, at least get Mega Man, right? Come on, he's like so iconic video game character, Yeah. Nice box, not terribly big. Yeah, there's all loose. The hand popped off at some point, but yeah. Rockman slash Mega Man. That's a Mega Man. They're trying to not get cancelled. That's bad. So most of the rest of it's actually Mythic Legion or Mythic Legion stuff. Because as you may or may not know, the Poxus wave, which I think is one of the more recent waves. I mean, they're not new by any means, but I mean, to the community, I guess they're not new, right? Because of if you bought them from Store Horseman, you probably got yours like ages ago. Like I waited a bit too long because circumstances being what they are, so I ended up getting a few from Big Bad, and these have been in my pile of loot for quite a while. So yeah, the Poxus wave, as this will be known as, right? That's this dude here. I got the entire sort of character selection there. I wish I got her because she looks pretty cool. I finally got some in-hand pictures to set the scene. Those are really good. Him maybe. And also the more monster guys, it's kind of like they look cool. They do look cool, but they just doesn't gel quite as much for some reason. It just kind of But yeah, like this wave has had a lot of wizards in it, or sort of magic users, if you want to call it that. Which, like, if you've been in the Cabal, and side note, Cabal above all, you probably there've been rumblings about that like for a while. Like people want casters, right? People want like staffs with sort of crystals in it, and then sort of bushy beards and hooded capes, and we got plenty of warriors, armor and swords and axes and mallets, warhammers, the whole thing. Like we got plenty of those, but not as much casters. So yeah, cool. And to be fair, like just as to point that out, As a guy like myself that has been collecting this line not since the start, but like especially when the line first hit Big Bad, so slightly past the original Kickstarter campaign. So I'm pretty OG, but not sort of like the OG, if that makes any sense. But so yeah, basically meaning my point was going to be that I've sort of seen what sort of has become of the line over time, sort of what they've done and where they've taken the line as such. For one, like paint and sculpt has only improved, like objectively so. They've only improved. That is awesome. This body, I have some. I think I have one character that uses this body, just different paint job, and they have included vertical hinges for the hands now. So that is awesome. I'm very happy about that because, like, yeah, you're holding a melee weapon. Holding anything like this is stupid. This is correct. Like you maybe you're holding a wand, like, right? This is kind of bizarre. Anywho, yeah, closer look. Very, very nice. Yeah. As always, you have the name on the side. That's gonna have some, I'm not sure. Zendi or Zende. Amount there. No idea. No idea at all. That will be that. I'm pretty sure there's also a cloth cape in there. Or cloak. So this is gonna be more obvious. Like, yeah, this is like, imagine, like in my head, this is almost like this is the bad guy and this is the good guy. You know, because sort of like, I don't know, like he looks more sort of warlockish, and this looks more sort of Merlin guy version. I don't know, but I guess at the end of the day, that's sort of up to you what you want to use. But yeah, like the cloth robes, that's relatively new to the line. That's cool because again, you kind of had to, right? So this is yeah, there we go. Crazy sort of, because like admittedly, it didn't used to come with that much stuff back in the day. Also, there was like, a lot of reused, and there still is, but the Four Horsemen has always been smart about it. So even if you notice it, it's like that still looks good. I'm not gonna complain. But yeah, Samir Scroll Warder. Yeah. Anywho, the wizard guy. Comes a blue hood. Like if that's not, oh, well, probably not. That's just me being paranoid. Like some like the Hobbit nod. Probably not. Legally, that would be a nightmare, but it could be. Yeah. Next one is not a Pox's wave, but a sort of a gap filler for me, right? That being Blue Hagnon. Translucent skeleton. There have been a few translucent skeletons throughout the line, most definitely, but I think for the longest time I just wasn't a skeleton guy. At least sort of, and I, like I said, I mentioned that in a video that I did. Like I've moved so many goalposts on this line. It is kind of ridiculous because yeah, like originally skeletons not my thing. Like that was an easy pass. Now I own quite a few. So yeah, like but like I'm not gonna go back and pay like aftermarket prices for like Hagnon. There's like a white one. Pretty sure there's a red one somewhere, and there was no icy skeleton with this one. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, that is that. Yeah. Also, like if you don't really know anything about Mythic Legion, like format wise, this is basically what you got. Like sort of the packaging, right? Big through window, so collector friendly packaging. There's no glue holding it back, so you can take it out. So slide the card back out and take out the figure and put it back in later if you want to. That is completely up to you. Yeah. So, and if it's an individual character, they would have the bio and the name always there. Sometimes, of course, he would just say like knight guy, and they would be like, this is a knight, and he's a soldier in the army of such and such. But like proper actual characters, named characters will have names and bios and all that kind of stuff. So that is that. Last but not least, the accessory pack that I bought, because of course I did. This includes a lot of sort of like, well, a lot of sort of magic focused accessories. That being sort of there's like a book there, some vials of like potions maybe, maybe some pouch for some more accessory, maybe some powder of some kind. A scroll there, I think that's what that is. And two types of scrolls, and some alternate scepters and staffs and such. Yeah. Yep. And yeah, because I haven't messed around too much with the accessory packs for this line, so I don't have too much experience. Sometimes here and there. So I have one. I think I bought one at some point, and that's for one. That was for one of the ogres, and that's the packaging for those was just not great. Like I don't like it. It's cumbersome and annoying and whatnot. This actually though, just the presentation is pretty solid. You know what? So sort of a slide out method, right? Right, yeah, slide out, right? Just on a tray there, and then, you know, about as complicated as a box of chocolate. So yeah, that is basically it. And that should be the last part of the haul. And this will conclude the haul for April. So, after all that mumbling and rumbling and nonsense, yeah, if you liked the video, cool. If you didn't, oh well, I'm not gonna hold it against you. So yeah, I will see you in the near future. Later. Peace.